Today, Precarious plays
Metroid Prime 3, Corruption.
So I guess I have probably not played a city builder. Not the kind where you like move around roads and worry about like who lives in this tower and stuff like that. So I can put that on my list of things to experience. Next, what's another genre that's like maybe I haven't gotten to it?
Have you played a mechanically adventurous role-playing game? Like one of the early 2000s role-playing games that's like pretty preoccupied with asymmetrically competing with Final Fantasy. Like one of the weird ones, you know, where it's like, this is our fetch time battle system, where by utilizing your opponent's weaknesses to belly pats, you can gain more turns, and then you can bank the turns. And if you score 5 turns,
to give me a real example of what that means.
Well, okay,
are they always turn-based?
No, they don't have to be.
What is typical of the genre? Just like flipping all of the rest of the genre on its ass?
No, so you know how Disgaea is a tactics game that is very liberating because they do fun stuff like everybody can throw anybody. Yeah. You can pick up an enemy and throw them into your base panel, and then they all have anybody left in your base panel and the thing you just threw in have a big fight.
It never pretends to make any sense except for its own sense.
Yeah,
I know that.
So I'm trying to think of a good example of like, okay, here's a pretty good one, right?
Yeah.
It's a game that I played on Steam that I don't think you've played. But it's a good example. It is, damn, what is the name of the game? I don't remember the name of the title because it's seriously just Power Rangers. It is Power Rangers as a squad-based RPG.
Yeah.
With some I think that there's some light positioning, tactical stuff. And it's just like, you can have your characters dramatically, you can acrobatically boost one another to throw each other across the map, and then you pose at the end.
That's fun.
And it's really charming because at the start of the story, you are all sort of like financially, creatively abused stunt doubles for a Super Sentai show. Like an off-brand Power Rangers. And a boost ball just here, and it's gonna be fine. And no, it never is.
Why did you didn't really think that?
I thought maybe they could give it to me and then I would need it for the boss fight, but no. We're doing this way. Okay.
I don't like that underslung launcher. That looks bad. Don't like it.
Control unit inside armored helmet. Do I have to scan those individually? What's that? Oh, that's just... Is that Gore controlling this thing manually? Probably. So...
I haven't played all that many RPGs full stop because...
Oh, wait a second, I didn't describe the conceit. So you're all like stunt doubles, and you guys just decide, we're just gonna do our own show.
Yeah.
So you end up just doing your own show and trying to like secure funding and get ratings, and it's like a little bit of a management game. And then depending on what kind of choices you make, eventually you can end up accidentally, possibly getting involved with like actual extraterrestrial threats. You know?
Yeah. I think I remember you talking about this game. I don't remember the title either, though. I don't think...
It's a sweet little game, and it made me... It was fun to play. Had a good time.
Do you remember Middle Manager of Justice?
Yeah.
Is that the type of thing that you're talking about, or no?
I mean, it had similar. It had similarly light management elements, but no, that's not really what I'm talking about. Am I misremembering something here? Or is it just... Well, the missiles just sort of take care of this for me. Yeah, I guess the missiles just sort of take care of it for me.
Pull its eyeball out.
I'm working on it.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh. Where did it land? Oh, up there. Why does it... There's something behind it. Like, I'm looking at the screens.
Yeah, that's Gore. That's one of our friends.
Friends that are not feeling too well.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, okay, I think I can say that I have not played any super weird RPGs. I think that might just be because I haven't played a ton of RPGs, though. I tend to run from RPGs because, like, I like
spreadsheets.
I hate spreadsheets. I just can't bring myself to care about a crafting system. I can't bring myself to care about who's learned which skill this week. You know?
Yeah, it's a real shame because I think that I think that there are parts of like Star Ocean that you would actually like a lot.
Yeah.
But it is like competitive spreadsheetery at parts.
You know, I think that if I had a different kind of J job, I would enjoy it. Because I do like competitive spreadsheetery, but I think that that's too much in my main lifetime stuff. Because let me think of, like, whenever I consider an RPG, these are the data points that I think are minimum for a good one. Mm-hmm. Minimum.
Yeah.
You have a character that has levels. That character also has at least 2 slots for equipment. The equipment is both of the type that you use to fight with, like weapons, and also outfits. So you gotta worry about your wardrobe and your arsenal. And then you also have consumable something, right, that you probably can craft. And then all of those things have a ton of different permutations. And then you have to think about skills, probably, like a skill tree of some sort. And I feel like that's the minimum for an RPG. But usually, like, God, you get to...
You just went, like, way overboard.
Really?
Oh, yeah, no, you can go... Like, a bunch of the features you just described, you wouldn't find those in, like, the original Final Fantasy.
Well, what did... I really liked Final Fantasy 2. I kind of just forgot to continue playing it.
Yeah, and that's because I don't know if there's enough time in the day to talk about Final Fantasy 2.
Yeah, you don't need to talk about... The point is that
Well, to be clear, though, whenever Oddette says Final Fantasy 2, she does not mean, like, the English release of Final Fantasy 4. She means the NES title Final Fantasy 2, and that is absolutely due to my influence.
Yeah, because I played it as intended with information that would be presented in the manual.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that.
Okay, well...
You played it as... You were a good sport.
And I didn't immediately try to
play Final Fantasy 1, yeah.
Yeah, okay. The point is that I enjoyed it, and I think that I'm playing it right
Final
because
Fantasy...
I'm having a good time, and everyone seems to not have a good time when they play Final Fantasy 2.
Yeah.
So that is my take on it, and I don't care to dig into it further until I've played a little more of the game.
Final Fantasy 2 actually has a lot more going on mechanically, like way more than Final Fantasy 1. I can actually describe basically all of the key systems of Final Fantasy 1. Here, brace yourself. Are you ready?
Uh-huh.
So, you have up to 4 party members. I think you have to take all 4, but you could just leave some of them perpetually knocked out if you wanted to do some role-playing with regards to numbers. No! Why would you do that? Why would you let me start talking about Final Fantasy 1 and then give me the "we're done with an episode" hand sign?
Because then we can come back and make it seem like you've been talking all, like the entire time to make it sound...
You mean the thing that we do all the time where I just talk for 24 hours straight?
Yeah.
That real thing that happened? Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Come here, you! The little cheeky drone wasn't keen on my grapple.